Hey, what's going on? This is Tim Radicek, your free-form community DJ for WNUR right now on WNUR-FM Evanston and Chicago. Coming up in just a few short moments will be my show, the LOERadio Show, nominated the worst show on broadcast radio 2 years running. So you're going to want to stay tuned and check that out. But right now, I'm going to play a little bit of GNR and some AC/DC to start us off. So check this out. This is WNUR 89.3 FM, Evanston and Chicago.
Welcome to the Laugh or Else Radio Show on 89.3 WNUR-FM.
Du Scheiß!
Yo, Evanston and Chicago, this is the Laugh or Else Radio Show here on WNUR-FM. My name is Tim Radicek, and I'm joined in studio by longtime friends and part-time guests to the Laugh or Else Radio Show, Dick Dickerson and Jay Sal, the mixologist.
How's it going, Chicago?
What's going on, Chi-Town?
What's happening, fellas? It is May the 15th at approximately 12:20 on your clock, or wherever else you find your time at.
Cell phone.
But you're hearing a little bit of AC/DC because we've heard good things about what's happening with AC/DC now that Brian Johnson is not touring with them anymore. And the phone's already ringing. Jesus, can you wait? We just got started.
This is more like Guns in DC, right? With Axl, right? They should call it that.
Well, actually, we got a little name for him. We call him GNR-CDC.
GNR-CDC, that's good. Rolls right off the tongue.
Yeah, it certainly does. And everybody is quick to grab on the bandwagon and hold tight because there's a lot of money to be made if you're a fan of AC/DC or Guns N' Roses. As you know, they will be coming to Chicago sometime, I think just Guns N' Roses. AC/DC already came and left at Wrigley. But there will be a show July something, 1st and 3rd at Soldier Field, and they're having a tough time selling tickets to that second show. Isn't that right, Dick?
That's what I'm hearing. I mean, I heard that first show sold out pretty much instantly. Now, the second show, since they added on, they are hard-pressed to sell any of these tickets.
It's funny because there's only one good Guns N' Roses album, and they can't play the entire album, otherwise there'd be no show. I mean, there's a couple of good songs on Use Your Illusion 1 and 2, but between the two CDs, you could have made one demo CD of the decent songs on there. Other than the one they played at the end of Terminator 2, like
You Could Be Mine.
Yeah.
That was a dope song, man.
And the two covers from
Paul McCartney. Live and Let Die.
Civil War.
Civil War is probably the hottest track on there. Pretty dope.
Knocking on Heaven's Door. That was in Lethal Weapon 2.
Sure was. Wow, Jay knows his films.
I'm a nerd, man. Come on.
Just to recap what's been going on in Chicago since we've last talked to each other. The Cubbies are on a tear, and so are the Sox. The Sox keep winning as well. Since Jay is the
token Sox fan here.
He's the token Sox fan this morning.
Well, I got to be token, man. I'm the only minority here, too, huh? Is that how we doing today?
That's exactly why I said it, man.
All right. Thank you, brother.
We needed diversity in the room, so he called you on.
yeah, that's exactly what
Does he have to be so Puerto Rican-y?
Can you tone it down a little bit? A little less hood, please.
Nah, man.
Sox led by Chris Sale's 8-0 record. Fantastic.
First
winning.
8-0 pitcher, y'all.
Yeah. First, the season. But the NBA Combine is taking place here in Chicago. We'll get into a little bit of sports and more later on in the show, but in case you were wondering, OKC and the Golden State Warriors play games. What is it?
Game 1.
Game 1. When?
Tomorrow.
And the Raptors versus Miami, Game 7.
7 tomorrow.
Huge game. You're going to want to tune into that at about 2:30 p.m.
Now, I've been watching that series. That series has been slow, but who knows? There might be a little bit of action going on.
Miami's hurt, man, but they go out. Hey, it's basically for the right to get beat by Cleveland, so they can go to the finals.
That's all it is.
It's exactly, yeah. So who do you like in that series, Jay? The Golden State, OKC.
You know what? They're such a machine, man. The Golden State Warriors, and I mean, even though he's coming back, look at that performance, man. Back from that injury, and then hits the game-winning shot, man. I mean, he's got an amazing season, better than he did last year. Steph Curry.
I got a clip for you that we'll play later when we do sports, but it's a guy that thinks Steph Curry might be part of the Illuminati.
Oh Lord, here we go.
No, it's funny, dude. It's not
Is
like
it about bath salts.
No,
not this time.
He's
too young to be in that, man.
It's funny.
It's all for old people.
He's just going on a savage
rant on just how good Curry is.
Yeah,
basically,
he's great, man. He's having a hell of a year season, man.
Yeah, he's killing his own record by.
What is it, 4,000 three-pointers he hit this year?
4,000.
4,000 three-pointers.
4,000.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's just, OKC, I mean, why not? I mean, why not them, you know?
Yeah.
Why not step up?
I would like to see OKC take it 7 games with him. I mean, just make it interesting at least, because we know Golden State's full of offense, and it's tough to win games if you can't stop Steph Curry. 13 three-pointers in a game, that's ridiculous.
You got Kevin Durant.
And if you stop him, you got Clay, and you got Draymond, and they just tear you up.
You got
Don't matter where
last
you
year's
turn.
Finals MVP, Andre Iguodala.
Yeah. We'll get into sports and that and more later, but a couple of birthdays we want to, recognize
that are happening over the next week.
Oh, I thought you said these were from last week.
Oh no, they're next week.
They're still celebrating, right?
All right,
That's
so
what they do.
Up and coming birthdays from celebrities you might know: Iron Maiden singer Paul Di'Anno, Trent Reznor of Nine Inch Nails, CeCe DeVille of Poison. I wish you would have put how old they're gonna be.
Yeah, I should have. I had it written
down.
Those guys
would have combined what was 150 between all three of them?
Probably 300.
Yeah.
Mike Inez of Alice in Chains. Biggie Smalls would have had a birthday.
He would have been 44, I think. I just listened to it on the radio here, man.
Janet Jackson.
Yeah, she's having a baby, man.
And Candy Buress of Xscape. Jay, do you remember Xscape? Did you see that video I posted?
Is that a female band? Is that what that is?
Yeah, Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, all right, that's right.
Yeah.
Little Jermaine Dupri.
Man, dude, now that I think about it, he was so hot back in the 90s. He had like 50 acts.
Yeah, Crisscross.
Yeah,
that was
him.
Everything.
He had
the Brat.
Yeah.
Chicago.
He's had a few, man. He's had a bunch
The
of
Brat
acts, man.
Tat.
I'll make your head snap back.
Yeah, and Xscape. Party on down with the Xscape beat. Damn.
That's going way back, man.
So what we're going to do is we're going to get into some local news quickly, and then we'll take a quick music break. Then we'll get back to some funny stuff after that with funny news. But, Jay, you got a dog?
No. I had a dog, not no more, but yeah.
Chicago is considering a $500 ticket, a fine, if you will, for people who don't clean up after their canine.
That means you, Sparky.
Sparky, don't poop on the grass. Well, if you do.
Well, if you have to, I mean, Sparky don't know no better.
Yeah. He's supposedly supposed to go there, but if you really think that people should be fined for not cleaning up after their mess, their dog's mess, then this story is for you.
Well, that says homeowners. I mean, do the homeowners get fined if my neighbor's dog comes and craps on my yard?
That's your lawn, man.
Yeah.
The rats are eating up all that poop, and that's where they're basically, that's nasty, man. That's what's spreading all that disease, man.
Yeah.
I figured it'd be the dog walker getting fined, not me getting fined.
Oh.
Chicago homeowners who leave dog waste on their property could be fined as much as $500. Excuse me, under a proposal that cleared a key hurdle.
You're
Thursday.
Speechless on that one.
I was. I'm taken aback by the city of Chicago. No, that's not true at all. I'm surprised they don't charge us to breathe here yet.
Not yet.
Alderman Carlos Ramirez Rosa of the 35th District said the idea is aimed at providing olfactory relief to city residents who can't get their neighbors to clean up dog poop. It's also expected to reduce one food source for rats, he said.
Yeah.
Just one.
I don't think this is something that will be used very often, but when we have the problem house where the backyard is full of dog feces and neighbors are calling in to say, I can't get my neighbor to pick it up, I can't enjoy my backyard because the odor is just terrible, we'd have that tool here, Ramirez Rosa said. Just lose the hyphen in your name, people. Why do you got to promote 2 last names?
It's his Latin heritage he wants to promote. That's the dad's name and then the mom's maiden name. I don't know. Yeah, it's too long, man.
Yeah.
Just be CRR. Okay, come on, CRR. Come on now.
The City Council Health Committee endorsed the effort, which also is backed by Mayor Rahm Emanuel. Go figure. The measure is expected to win easy approval at next week's council meeting. It would take effect later in June. A little more here. Under the proposal, anyone who doesn't remove pet feces from their property on a daily basis, wow, it turned into a job, by bagging and placing them in city-issued and other rodent-resistant lidded waste container, would be subject to a ticket carrying a fine of $50 to $500. City officials said warnings would be issued before tickets were handed out by streets and sanitation officials.
So the garbage man's responsibility to check everybody's yard and making sure
they're giving him a book to write you a ticket with. Ramirez Rosa said the issue was brought to the attention of the residents of the North Side ward whose neighbor refused to clean up dog poop in their yard. We sent the ward superintendent out there to speak with the neighbor, Ramirez Rosa said. The neighbor refused to pick it up, said it's biodegradable. I added that. I'm sorry. The affected homeowners actually have to seal their windows with tape to keep the odor from coming in their house in the summer. It's not like there's raising a pig farm next to your house, people.
Just wait till they actually comply with this, and then all of a sudden some homeless person just comes and takes a nasty crapper on their lawn.
And now who are you going to make clean that up?
Oh, man. Hey, let me see the homeless person that did it, man. I'll just rub their face.
It won't even be solid. You'll have to mop it up.
Get the hose.
Other aldermen said that they have heard the same complaints from residents in their wards. So look for Chicago to slap another tax on you just because they can.
Oh, yeah.
And that's ridiculous. I mean...
Well, I think that's a pretty decent idea.
Well, what about garbage?
If you got a bunch of crap in your backyard and you're just letting it pile up.
Well, yeah, but what about those people with, like, broke down cars in their backyards and stuff? That stuff brings in rodents and other crap, too. Like, but we're going to go after people with dogs, right?
Hey, man, it's like, step into my office, man. It's broken down Chevy Impala, man.
It's the heavy Chevy, man.
It's the Chevy. It's okay. You sit down. Okay, no seats. It's okay. No problem.
There's a viral video going around as Sparky is upset about the fines of a guy who wandered into either O'Hare or Midway, and he walked from one end of the check-in line to the end. And it was ridiculous, dude. I've been there, and sometimes it's been like an hour, and this was like twice as long as the wait I had to be in.
That's nuts, man. That's longer than some of the flights themselves.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I was only going to Boston. It was like 2.5 hours.
I'll be damned if I have to wait 3 hours in traffic to see Lauryn Hill play 45 minutes.
Yeah, right. But according to ABC 7 Eyewitness News, as security lines grow, TSA warns travelers to arrive 3 hours before flights because you ain't got nothing better to do.
No, of course not, man.
Chicago WLS, there were more long lines at both Chicago airports Saturday as the TSA warns travelers to show up 3 hours before their flights. The TSA is telling passengers that help is on the way, but for many, it can't come soon enough. My flight is in 45 minutes. I don't know if I'm going to make it, one traveler told ABC 7. From O'Hare to Midway, security lines at Chicago's airports this morning were once again out of control and hundreds of people deep. Our flight is at 10 a.m. We thought we had to be there by 7 a.m., 3 hours. We hope that's enough, traveler Brian Ronan said. Probably not. As the summer travel season gets underway, oh my God, dude, this is just the start of the madness. TSA's inability to process people quickly has become painfully apparent not to just Chicagoans, but at airports all over the country. Chicago being the third busiest airport in the
It's hard to find
world.
people who aren't creeps that are just want to search people down just to see what you got underneath there.
Yeah, like the second Rihanna went through the TSA screens, her pictures were on the internet, dude. We don't think that the efficiency and effectiveness in screening needs to be mutually exclusive. What? We think that you can be both efficient and effective as you screen people. And that's really what we'd like to see, said Gene Medina, Senior Vice President of Airlines for America. Homeland Security announced Friday that starting in June, the agency will hire 768 new officers to expedite screening, but they will be trained in time to provide relief over the next few months. Or will they? They should have them now. Train them now, Traveler Darlene Ronan said. In the interim, TSA is trying to encourage frequent flyers to sign up for pre-check. Yeah, because it costs $20 before you leave the house.
Of course.
To walk.
Go in with your tidy whities on, and you might get through easy.
People can start crossing over nude, man.
Yep.
No.
As soon as they cross, they spread their cheeks, bend over, cough twice, and then okay.
There was a team of like Swedish bikini models who walked through the airport in their bikinis and still got searched.
Oh yeah,
Of course
I'm
they got
gonna
searched.
search them too.
They got extra search, right?
Extra. They like you're gonna have to come in the back room.
Yeah, that's right.
We can't search
cavity search.
Yeah, we can't search you like this out here.
And he's like, okay, make me wear the gloves this time, though, right?
I think it's a marketing.
Spread your cheeks and cough.
I think it's a marketing thing to get people to purchase going through the priority area. Blah blah blah. Alan McInnes said. That's exactly what I just said. Until TSA can get more screeners hired and trained, pre-check is the only alternative to arriving at the airport 2 to 3 hours in advance. Why don't you just show up a week in advance and sleep there?
Yeah.
Which is
Like the
what
new iPhone.
Show up a week in advance, just wearing nothing but a sock.
Wow. And that is what TSA is recommending at most large airports, because at most large airports, there's 90,000 people a day. Maybe a third of them give you $20 each.
Imagine if you got to, go to the bathroom or something.
And get out of line. Oh, my God,
man.
dude. I would pay the dude to, just save my spot.
I'll give you the $20 I was going to prepay.
yeah,
Here you go, man.
yeah.
I can't pee in a bottle because all I can carry around are these little 1 ounce things.
I'll dump that in the garbage before I make sure I go through the security there, through the scanner.
I'm actually going to the Bahamas in June.
You are?
Yeah.
And the real Bahamas?
Yeah. We're going to cruise from Florida and then cruise.
Oh, word.
And
Who you
then
going with?
Just a family.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah,
that's pretty pimp.
my old man was trying to do some family stuff because we've never done family vacations.
That's cool though, man.
Yeah, so he's like, let's do it up big. I'm like,
Are you partaking in a local?
Oh yeah, dude.
grown?
If there's any local festivities, I'm gonna be involved.
They'll either see you coming and be like, "Hey, hey,
Look at
buddy,
this
hey,
dude.
buddy, hey, buddy,
Hey, buddy.
He's 19 inches.
You want to come over? You want something special?
Yeah. Hey, smell this, buddy. Smell this.
All these for $5.
Oh my God, I can't bring none of it back.
You better make sure you're gonna be nice and busy there, man.
Also in local news, we did have a follow-up story to the. I don't know if you were here, Jay, when we talked about the 2 kids who broke in a church nearby.
No.
We had a follow-up story because one of the kids got his arraignment or was his sentencing. But we got a story here of an Evanston man who brought his computer into a repair shop to have it looked at when the repair shop discovered some kiddie porn on his computer. And, of course, they blew the whistle.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, he looks like a total creep.
I'd be checking that computer too. Be like, I don't even need to check this. I'm
but
just gonna call the cops.
I was telling Rich earlier because I fix computers,
Right.
The only way you're gonna know that somebody's hoarding any kind of
Inappropriate
stuff
incriminating
is if you look for it.
Yeah.
It's not just laying on your desktop. It's like kiddie porn, It's
Right,
it's in a file. It says my taxes or something.
right.
You got your Google window.
Yeah. But according to the Chicago Tribune, a visit to Evanston Computer Repair Shop leads to child porn charge for Chicago man. Chicago man faces child pornography charge, Evanston police say, after sexually explicit images of minors were found on his computer when he brought it to an Evanston repair shop. Bond was set at $75,000 at the Skokie Courthouse on Wednesday for 68-year-old creep Vincent Joseph Butts Jr.
But, all right.
An appropriate name.
The way he looks, his last name,
He's
I'm calling the cops.
Of the 1100 block of West Winona, Chicago. Butts Jr. was charged on October 26th last year after he brought his computer into the repair shop on 800 block of Dempster. We passed it on the way here, said Evanston Police Commander Joseph Dugan, department spokesperson. As the computer was being repaired, shop personnel noticed. I want to know how they noticed. How exactly did you notice it?
He was invading privacy.
Exactly.
But still,
yeah.
That's no right to be downloading kiddie porn.
Well, yeah, I see your point, but if it was like he had schematics for guns or something, or how to build, explosives.
Yeah, if it was a bomb or something, then...
Like, it's the same scenario. You'd have to open some diagrams to know what the hell you're looking at.
I wonder if the local law enforcement asked them to actually do that.
It could
See
be.
what they can find, right?
I was also telling Dick earlier that I used to work at a Walgreens in a 1 hour photo.
Oh, what'd you see there? You must have
some shady business going
Kitty
on.
stuff?
Like with a kid, yeah.
I thought you were telling me like hot moms doing it for their husbands.
I've seen that as well.
Stuff.
But
I ain't going to call the cops on for that.
So did you have to end up reporting the person to
the guy who was in the photo booth calls me first. He's like, dude, I don't know what to do. This is kind of weird. And I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, these pictures, man, it's not exactly porn, but it's not. It wasn't
just like it wasn't a cutesy coincidence.
No, right.
It was something like
it's like this guy's putting his girl in poses that are kind of adult.
I gotcha. That's
right.
Sensitive stuff.
So I'm like, well, let's call the on-duty manager and see what he says. And the second he showed up, man, he got on the phone. He called the cops. The cops came to the store. The second dude walked in and said his name. They put him in handcuffs. Got him.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And it's good. Like
first thing first, call DCFS and get that kid out of there, man.
Well,
that's protocol.
Who knows
get
if
that kid out.
Yeah, but who knows if that kid's his? Like we didn't know what the relationship was.
Or get him away,
obviously throw him in a cell and lock him in there forever.
I mean, getting the kid like just getting therapy and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Say if you got incriminating stuff on your devices and something goes wrong with it, I think you should just break it. Learn from Tom Brady and just destroy the dang thing.
Yeah. Don't show nobody your texts for inflated balls.
Yeah. Or don't be sending texts there, Brett Favre, either.
Yeah. Who was it? Spin Magazine found him out or something.
Yeah. What was it? Jen Sturger, this New York Jets personnel there.
Yeah. Or how about the one the female reporter that was in the Jets locker room and they were messing with her? Because she was wearing all sexy tight jeans and stuff. Yeah. Well, that's what you get for walking in a dude's locker room.
Right.
Don't wear nothing scantily clad where dudes are walking around with just a towel on.
Right. No, I mean, they should. I mean, they should know. I mean, they should how to act and treat a young lady. But at the same time, I mean, if she's egging them on, I mean, well, that's come on.
Yeah, but I mean, first of all, a locker room's no place for a woman to be. Like if you're gonna interview these guys, wait till he's showered up and in his suit.
Those guys do that tight mini skirt on.
Yeah,
8-inch high heels.
If the female reporter is like Aaron Andrews hot, then you know what they're doing.
Yeah, he's swinging the hammer freely. So
thump.
Yeah, I mean, another disturbing trend from Chicago, well, not just Chicago, but all over this country. It's actually, I'm more jealous. It never happened to me growing up. Is a teacher getting arrested for having sexual relations with a student. It's always hot girls, too. Hot women teachers or young teachers that are fresh in the game. Like, keep it in your pants, ladies. What's going on here?
It's that double standard, though, man.
If it was a dude,
if it's a male teacher,
he's getting the electric chair.
Of course.
Oh, it was a female.
If it's a female, she's just got to register as a sex offender and then go door to door, and then you're like, okay, come right in.
What's the South Park episode? He's like, what? Had sex with teacher and she was hot. Nice.
But another report from ABC7 News, a Willowbrook high school teacher's aide was arrested for sexual assault of a student. And we got some video here, so we'll let that play and see what Chuck Gowdy and groups. Man, with your damn insurance community. And it sucks now because they embed them in the video.
Of course they do.
Yep.
You have to go through it. You want to forward it, man.
Yeah, you can't ad block them no more.
Ain't no free news.
Can't hit skip ad.
Yeah, that's another thing. The Daily Herald wants to charge me for articles.
Of having sex with a 16-year-old student.
The suspect works at Willowbrook High School. That's in Villa Park. Eyewitness News reporter
Villa
Eric
Park's
Pong is there live for us. Eric,
rich area.
Ron and Cheryl, that female staff member has been charged with multiple counts of aggravated criminal sexual assault and sex abuse. And we're told the alleged victim is a junior here at the high school. Police say 28-year-old Elise Snyder had sex with a 16-year-old male student who's from Lombard on at least 2 occasions last month. Snyder was hired last January as a full-time teacher's aide here at Willowbrook High School in Villa Park. But investigators say the sexual encounters happened at Snyder's home in Bolingbrook. And so Bolingbrook police are handling the case. The school district says it contacted law enforcement after receiving information about the alleged inappropriate relationship.
That kid was recording it on his phone. He was like, started showing his friends.
And they got jealous.
It's when they sent something in. As soon as they sensed it, administration got news. And because of the nature of it, we instructed through DuPage County, all the work we've done in the Villa Park Police. We contacted the police immediately.
Yeah, besides, who's alleging
Police say Snyder has admitted to the sexual encounters. The school district says she's been placed on paid administrative leave pending the outcome of the case. Police say Snyder is currently being held at the Will County Jail. Live in Villa Park, Eric Hong, ABC 7.
So the credit goes to Bolingbrook, right? Bolingbrook's the one that ends up making the arrest, correct?
Yeah. What did we?
Nothing ever bad happens in Bolingbrook.
What did we say this guy's name was earlier, Dick?
Drew Peterson?
No, the Eric Wong guy. I said his name wrong because I thought he said it wrong. So Villa Park teacher's aide.
Harry Palm.
Yeah, Harry Palm.
Harry
Palm. That's a wide gap for a
I'm sure she had one too.
Oh, or she's got one now.
Not from a 16-year-old.
No.
Well, hey, something drew her to him. You know what I mean? So he's probably like, "Come on, never done." He's like, "You haven't?" He's like, ends up being like Channing Tatum, like in 6-7 years a kid. So.
Yeah,
these women are. It was one of them. What does I read? That had a threesome with 2 of them.
Yeah.
It was
8 hours.
8 hours.
We did that story last week,
dude.
8 hours, and then the parents were like, "Oh, he was suffering."
Yeah.
Yep.
He's suffering for some more Gatorade.
Oh, that poor guy.
Yeah,
he's gonna need years of therapy.
Yeah,
right.
And tissues.
He's gonna be giving class like the Wolf of Wall Street. He's like, "This is how you do it, man."
Yeah, right. He'll be the coolest kid on the block, the first kid with a confirmed kill. According to Chicago Tribune, a federal jury clears 3 Chicago officers who shot a store owner mistakenly. 6 times, apparently. A federal jury on Thursday found in favor of 3 Chicago police officers who shot a West Side store owner 6 times after responding to a call of an armed robbery in progress and mistaking the owner for one of the robbers. Okay. How do you mistake the owner for a robber when he's like, "I'm the owner," with his hands up?
Right.
The store owner, Basil Abdallah. Very good, Jay. Very good. Had picked up a large handgun. Are you one of them?
Yeah, because I'm brown, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Tim and Dick, I love your show.
Man, did you bring that camel in here? Get it out of here. Large handgun. Had picked up a large handgun dropped by one of the robbers and walked out. Oh, that's why they shot him. Stupid ass. Who does that? Moments before the officers opened fire, according to testimony in a 4-day trial over Abdalal's lawsuit. The officers said Abdalal, I'm not going to say this guy's name, I'm going to call him Abby or something, had pointed the gun at them and refused orders to drop the weapon. I want to see video.
I don't believe that story.
Yeah.
I mean,
like the girl that we saw the tape earlier. She was sentenced to 2 years for assaulting a correctional officer. And we watched the video, dude. She didn't do nothing but stand there and get kicked in the face.
Stand there. She was trying to put on a shirt, and she couldn't do it because
she was coming after me.
Yeah.
And the lady got
pissed.
Yep. And just went after her.
There's a word you can't say on the radio.
Peeved?
Yeah. The officer said Abdalal had pointed the gun at them. The jury deliberated about 4 hours before finding that officers Miguel Torres, Rolando Ruiz, and Thomas Partranco had not used excessive force. No. Because he lived.
They would have mistaken for Abdallah, man. They would have shot the Latinos too, man. They're brown too, man.
They would have shot everybody.
Yeah, right.
Shoot everyone.
Hey, good job on Abdallah, man. Look at you. You knocked it out, bro. First you were like,
took 8 days.
Samir, not gonna work here anymore.
I had to hear one of their own say it.
Oh, thank you for that. Yeah, appreciate that.
The panel also found in their favor on counts of wrongful arrest, battery, and assault.
Oh man,
this poor guy, dude.
Well, he's probably picked up. I mean, it's your store, it's your business, it's your investment. You pick up the pistol to try to protect yourself, and they probably saw. He might have freaked out, heard point gesture. You know what I mean? His body went to them,
and
they saw him with a gun, and bam.
Yeah,
but he's a store owner. I think he knows. Okay, the cops are here. Just let me hold the gun up like this.
Or just toss the gun and throw your hands
up,
up, man.
He probably don't even speak a lick of English.
And also, too, maybe he was facing the wrong way. Cops came in. He
turns around and he's waving it.
Yeah, there's
now
your shots.
Bam, 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 and the cops are waiting for somebody to point guns.
Right. Everybody's trigger happy in this city, man.
Neither Abby nor the three officers showed any reaction as U.S. District Judge Rebecca Pallmeyer read the verdict. In opening statements earlier this week, Abdelal's attorney Brendan Gallagher told jurors Abdelal had been working at his store, B&B Beauty Supply, in the 5100 block of West Lake Street on March 14, 2012, when three men burst into the store and demanded cash. After one of the robbers got a call on his cell phone, all three of them fled before getting any money.
Oh, Lord.
So nothing happened except this guy got shot up by police. As one of the robbers ran out of the store, he tripped over Abdelal and dropped a large chrome handgun near the front door, Gallagher said. Abdelal, fearing that the robbers would come back, stooped to the gun and picked it up and suddenly was shot by police when they had arrived. Gallagher said Abdelal's thigh bone was shattered by one bullet, and other bullets pierced his arms and back. He spent more than 2 months in the hospital and had to relearn how to walk. Ooh. Gallagher said police concocted a story about Abdelal pointing the gun in order to justify the shooting. But
of course they did.
An attorney for the city, Marion Moore, said in her opening remarks that the officers had only seconds to react to the threat of the store owner cleaning up after a robbery. Abdelal posed, Moore waving the long-barreled Dirty Harry style. Oh, yeah. Let's go overboard with what kind of gun it is. A Dirty Harry style gun.
He looked at him and said, yeah, you feel lucky.
Yeah, I bet he went through all of that. Did I shoot 5 times? Yeah. Or my favorite part is when he's trying to tell that kid to go hook up with the girl.
Oh, he's like, you should go. He's like, yum. You should hang out with her. You mean you, me? Yeah. Yum.
Yeah, no, and he's like,
he goes, you got click, clack, ding dong, and Charlie Chan here.
yeah, dude, I was
That's
cracking
a great
up.
movie, man.
What a racist movie that was.
Oh, but it's an excellent story, though. Come on,
it is.
What a great.
It turns around at the end.
Yeah, that's what Clint Eastwood does, man. It makes you question your faith. Look at $1 Million Baby, one of the best, not just boxing, but one of the great stories that he's ever made.
We're talking about Gran Torino, in case you were wondering. The reason Abdelal was shot was because he made the decision to walk out of the store pointing the gun. He was pointing it. He was waving it frantically. Moore said.
He's like, what are you swamp rats doing here?
That's what the officers saw, and that's what matters here. Is your word doesn't hold jack when it comes to police.
Officer's word or nothing.
Yeah. In a statement after the verdict, the city's law department said, we are pleased that after hearing the evidence in this case, the jury returned a verdict in favor of the police officers in the city. So a jury of their peers...
the evidence you didn't get to see because we burnt that.
So a jury of the peers, what is it, a bunch of cops on the jury?
Of course it is.
Yeah, so I kind of think that maybe they should all at least get a 2-week suspension. I mean, they suspend people for less than almost murdering an innocent person. I don't know. Maybe we just gotta pull the reins a little bit on the police here. And Emmanuel's trying.
Start shooting.
No, dude.
Yeah, we support our local law enforcement.
Yeah, do not shoot at cops.
No,
by any means at all. Don't even wave a pistol like a stupid gun owner.
Don't even point your finger, your thumb,
and
your index finger.
Don't even make it. Yeah.
Don't even do that.
So one more quick story before we go to our first music break. Man, there's nothing but depressing news coming out of Chicago, and we didn't even update.
Oh, it always is though. They don't tell anything upbeat on the news.
This was a little kid, man.
Yep.
8 years old. 8 years old.
Man.
Insane.
But before I get into this, we didn't even touch on this month's shooting statistics, which we've been doing like every show in the beginning. Yeah. And
with the bell, with the ding.
Yeah.
Ding,
well,
ding,
just
ding.
we're keeping tally, just like monthly.
Did we break our own previous record, or what's?
We're already on fire, dude. We're the Steph Curry of shootings.
Literally.
Yeah.
Steph Curry shot ain't got nothing on us.
No, dude.
What's the over/under on Steph Curry in the finals? 3-pointer versus how many homicides that weekend? Right?
Yeah, right.
Who's taking more shots, Steph or the local Chicagoans?
Yeah. How many bullets? How many bullet passes? But according to Fox News, a young girl was choked in a Chicago restaurant bathroom. The man was jailed, but this man was charged for choking an 8-year-old girl in the bathroom of a downtown Chicago restaurant. Cook County jail records show 33-year-old Reese M. Harstern is being held without bond on charges of felony aggravated kidnapping and aggravated battery to a child. Burn him at the stake.
Yes.
Yes. Do you even know this girl? Or?
Well, let's read the last 3 sentences.
Sounds like he's just like a predator, man. Just saw her and chop him up and make him into that restaurant special.
Or maybe he was like, I'm a girl and I need to use the girl's bathroom.
Here we go.
I went there.
You did.
Yes, LOERadio Show, 847-866-WNUR. I went there.
Transgender bathrooms.
Please refer your phone calls to Timur Radicek.
Police and jail officials said Saturday that they don't know if Harstern has an attorney to speak on his behalf. According to police, the girl and her mother were at a restaurant in the South Loop on May 7th. The mother heard the little girl scream in the bathroom, found a man carrying her unconscious daughter into the bathroom stall. I don't even have to go any further. This guy
needs to be put to death.
Yeah, you put this guy.
The mother. Why aren't you watching over your 8-year-old girl? And how do you know she gets away when you're at a restaurant?
I'm pretty sure I was using the bathroom on my
Right. Yeah, you got to go, mommy. I got to go to the bathroom.
Go, hurry up.
Business. Wash your hands. Come back. Okay.
Police say the mother took her daughter to a hospital. No information has been released on the child's condition.
How old is this guy?
33.
Well, now in jail, he'll be somebody else's little girl.
Oh, I like that. Or his.
Hopefully not long though. Hopefully they just finish him.
They give him the old. They give him the old Jeffrey Dahmer treatment.
Give him the Mortal Kombat, the fatality.
That's what he deserves, no less.
You know, if this was like a third world country, they'd rip him. What do you take? You take the actual appendage that committed the crime. So hey, it's nice knowing you.
Yeah, right. An eye for an eye, or a junk for junk. So we're gonna get into our first music break. When we come back, we'll have more funny news for you. But we are celebrating GNR and AC/DC.
GNR-CDC.
Exactly. So I'm going to play a couple of tracks from each band, and then we'll come back in just a little bit. We also got sports later on in the show, and we also got some web junk for you. But right now, we got some Dirty Deeds from AC/DC. Check this out. We'll be back. It's LOERadio Show on WNUR-FM, Evanston in Chicago.
LOERadio Show has been known to play some music and say some words that could be very well interpreted as inappropriate by some of the more sensitive and younger listeners out there in Radioland. Fortunately for LOE Radio, WNUR-FM finds this type of talk, ideas, and media to be artistically and culturally significant for the greater good of mankind. We are only allowed to broadcast this type of entertainment between a very specific set of hours due to the current indecency tolerance of the faculty, which is, for some arbitrary reason, 11:30 p.m. to 6 a.m., rather than the official guidelines drawn up by the FCC regarding safe harbor for all of radio.
Laugh
or else.
Yeah! It is Metallica, according to some radio stations here in Chicago, but not this one. This is just a rock bed that we can come back to. The LOERadio Show on WNUR-FM, Evanston and Chicago. My name is Timur Radicek. If you didn't know, you should know by now. If your ass didn't know, you better call somebody.
Yeah.
Joining me in the studio are longtime friends and LOE radio contributors, Jay Sal, the mixologist.
Hello, Chicago.
Dick Dickerson.
As here always.
Somebody's been drinking. So welcome back. We did play a little bit of AC/DC and GNR to celebrate GNR-CDC.
GNR-CDC.
So if you ain't got tickets, the first show at Soldier Field is sold out, but you might be able to catch tickets to a Sunday show. Yeah, dramatic pause in the music, because who the hell goes to a rock concert on Sunday?
Even Metallica paused for that one.
Yeah, they're like, what? Sunday? Whose dumbass idea was that?
I don't ball on Shabbos.
I don't ball on Shabbos. What was that dude's name? Carl?
No, Walter.
Walter, that's it. Right. Told the dude.
Shut the F up, Donnie.
I don't throw on.
You're out of your element, Donnie.
Well, it's time for that segment of the show where we take a look at some world news and see what's funny out there. And I did stumble across a few decent articles worth reading here at the LOERadio Show.
What you got?
By the way, if you were interested, you can call the show using the phone number, area code 847-866-9687. Again, that number is area code 847-866-WNUR. We will happily pick up your calls and deny any requests you have for music. I apologize. Somebody was looking for something earlier. This ain't a request show. If you had something to offer as some of the topics we cover, I'll happily put you on the air. Happily. But if you were looking to reach out to LOE Radio in other forms, you could do so by using the hashtag LOERadio, or you can reach out and send us an email at LOERadioshow@gmail.com.
Hey, Tim, can we interject something real quick, please?
Yes, we most certainly could.
We're speaking about, like, the kid safety and just, acting right and acting correct and looking out for... It takes a village, right?
It takes a village.
Looking out for the little ones.
That's right.
There's a young lady that is missing in South Elgin. You and I both have Elgin connections.
We do.
And her name is Kiana. Actually, it is Kiana Galvin, and she has been missing in South Elgin since Friday, May 6th. So that would be a week ago then.
Well, so what do we know about Kiana? What was like her last known whereabouts?
She has been, it says at 16. ABC reported that at 17. And she was last seen leaving her home, according to ABC 7 Chicago News. Kiana Galvin was last seen leaving her home Friday night to go to a park with her friends. That's her last known whereabouts, and she's been gone since then. So,
her friends, like, they're not missing, right?
Just her.
I mean that night going to a park.
Right. They might have got separated on the way or something.
Or on the way back, or maybe met somebody, or who knows. Speculate all you want.
Might have met a creep online.
Or some guy just saw her that was creepy and saw her by herself, like the little young
We're going to hope it doesn't.
Girl
yeah, we're going to hope it doesn't go to that extreme.
Right.
But where can people call in? Or what was she wearing? Do we have any description we could give out?
Not really sure on that. This is actually all just news that was given to us. The radio show this afternoon.
So a young girl.
She is. It's Kiana, Kianna. Last name is Galvin, Galvin. She is 17. She is described as 5'6", 146 pounds, brown hair, hazel eyes, and she was seen on May 5th again, last Friday.
Not to be racist or anything, but she was of Hispanic descent.
Yes, she looks like she is Latina. No, nothing racist about it.
I understand, but in today's world, you don't know whose toes you're going to step on.
Well, I mean,
keep an eye out for her.
I guess if
Hopefully
you want to
comes back safe.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So if you got any information, please let the Elgin police know.
South Elgin.
Or
Elgin too. I'm sure they'd be happy to assist.
Yeah. I mean, she could have moved on to a different
local
area.
Law enforcement.
If you have any information, reach out and let somebody know.
And if you're out there, girl, and took off, come back. Come on, you got people looking for you.
At least give us a call. Let us know that you're safe.
Call us here.
Right.
We're happy to pass it on. Right? We could
847-866-WNUR.
Right. That's the fire.
847-866-9687.
The fire departments, aren't they able to take a unwanted child, newborn?
Oh yeah, we talked about
a safe house.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Talked about that last week in Indiana.
Absolutely. See, we're not just here talking smack and making you laugh and being inappropriate. We like to help.
Well, especially when it's concerning friends or family of the LOERadio Show. So hopefully she returns safe and sound.
Get home safe, girl.
Maybe she just had a wild party or something and didn't want to come home because she thought she'd be in trouble. That happened to me once. I was...
Not you.
No.
You.
I left my house on a Friday. We went to Great America. I didn't come back for a week.
Missing for a week. We were all worried.
It's that new Batman ride, Grandma.
I just couldn't stop.
Yep.
I just couldn't get off it.
Yeah. All right. So with that, we're going to move on to some worldly news. Jay...
What's up?
I got a story here of an undertaker who lost his hearse as well as the body in it. when
like
he was
WWE Undertaker or actual Undertaker?
No, like an actual Undertaker.
Oh snap! That sounds like a storyline.
I believe he was moving the body.
You're thinking the Undertaker from WWE.
Yeah.
He lost the body.
Paul Bearer and Kane.
Oh,
Paul
my
Bearer.
Undertaker!
R.I.P. Paul Bearer.
Yeah.
Percy White.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
Percy White. Yeah. But I believe he was transporting the body from the wake to maybe the actual burial site.
And having a boozy lunch while they're at it. He's at it.
According to the Mirror, the Undertaker loses a hearse and corpse after stopping for a liquid lunch. That's what we would call it here in America.
Boozy.
Yeah. He apparently...
Have another pint, Governor.
An Undertaker lost a hearse with a body on board after he stopped for his liquid lunch. The funeral worker has been sent to Italy to bring a corpse of a woman back to her native Poland. She had to be Polish, right? There's a joke in there somewhere.
Oh, Lord.
He decided to stop of a bite to eat in Munich. That's a weird way to say stopping for lunch.
It's all proper like.
In Munich to break up the long journey, but when he had finished, the hearse was nowhere to be seen. The Undertaker told police that he had parked the Mercedes vehicle somewhere, in quotes, somewhere near the main railway station, but couldn't remember exactly where. So
he parked it on the tracks, and that's why it's gone.
Yeah, it's in another city.
That's a good place to park.
Yeah.
He parked on a hill and kept it in neutral.
Whoops. Officers said his absent-mindedness may have had something, or the drinks.
Of course it did.
May have imbibed with his meal. Imbibed? I've never heard this word.
If you say it in English, you might understand.
Hang on, I'm going to look up imbibe.
You sound like you're from London.
Oh, it means drink. Well, why don't you just say drink, you bastards?
It's all proper like.
Yeah. The spokesman said he wasn't very helpful, and we think that alcohol may have come into play. You think? Police searched for a classic hearse with Polish number plates and appealed to the public for help. It took almost 24 hours for them to track down the vehicle when it was eventually spotted by a passerby. The funeral car had been left next to the city's Isar River, nowhere near the train station, as reported. Luckily, the body was still on board, and the 24-year-old Undertaker carried on to Warsaw.
All right, he kept his job then, huh? Because I'm sure if that company would have bought here to go in.
How do you? What kind of fines or punishment do you pay for losing a body?
Who knows, man?
Yeah,
you might have to be the body, right? Somebody's waiting.
Yeah, they're gonna bury your ass.
So this person is literally going to be late to their own funeral.
Yeah, exactly.
How Polish can you get?
Hi-oh.
Zing. So that's weird. Weird and awfully terrible for a Undertaker. Not very responsible. Oh, God. I was having trouble just reading this article earlier. I almost threw up in my mouth a little bit just now reading the headline.
Let's see.
According to the Mirror, a disgusted woman cuts into a shop, bought cake, and finds something which truly sickened her. Jay, you're going to want to know what it is.
I'm eager to know.
Looking at the picture, can you guess what it is?
Oh, is that a prophylactic?
It certainly is.
Oh, that is bad.
A woman was utterly sickened when she cut into a shop, bought cake, and found a used condom.
Oh, that's even worse.
Somebody's been watching American Pie way too many times.
Ooh. Or, man, a fetish where you just bang pies and cakes. You're like some sort of cake fetish.
Like, that's not the cake I was talking. That's not the pie I was talking about.
Yeah, I wanted hair pie.
Oh, you can say that, but Richard can't say the other thing with pissed, huh?
Hey, wait, what?
What?
Oh. It's the bad words you can't say, man.
But hair pie's fine.
Yeah.
That one will.
Innuendos will fly all day long.
I bet.
Tatiana Petovradzi.
Hey, you should say this with ease, man.
I should, but it's not Polish. Was about to tuck into an Easter cake, which she purchased. An Easter cake of all days of it to be. It's got to be Easter.
Well, Jesus did come 3 days later.
He did.
Not in that cake.
Oh, boy.
Which she purchased from her local supermarket when she made her disgusting find. She thinks The revolting addition was an act of revenge from an angry employee who had just been sacked from the store. Tatiana says she found the condom in an Easter cake she had bought from OK Supermarket in the city of Tyumen, a south central Russia's Tyumen Oblast region. Jesus. It sounds dangerous. Easter cakes, which are similar to Italian panettone cakes, are traditionally baked in Russia on Orthodox Easter Day on May 1st. Tatiana said, when we cut into the cake, we saw a strange rubber object. Initially, we thought it might be a rubber glove. We hoped it'd be a rubber glove. But when they looked more closely, they were horrified to discover that it was a used condom that had been baked along with the rest of the cake. So it was cooked, too. The Easter cake was baked in the supermarket's own bakery, so Tatiana complained to the head office of the chain. I would bring the condom in.
I said I wanted a penis-shaped cake.
Not a penis in my cake. She added...
Penis-raped cake.
Oh, my God. She added, it seems that the company let some staff go just before Easter. This might be their revenge. Tatiana was even more shocked when she'd learned that only women worked in the supermarket's bakery. So she kept this as a souvenir from a night before. Oh, God. Oh, I don't even want to know.
Where it was at?
Yeah, where did she get it from? Where did you store it? Ah.
Too much Smirnoff and Stoli.
Yeah, and a bunch of wild sex, apparently. But one more conservative user commented, this just shows that women should not be lazy, and that's it. No, and should bake cakes for their family instead of buying them from the supermarkets. Why is it women? Don't dudes bake cakes? Why does it gotta be all gendered?
Well, wasn't
specific?
Didn't you say that there was nothing but women in that?
You did say it was nothing but women.
Yeah.
Well, or the delivery driver or pickup guy, maybe.
Why?
That's
well,
just
then
being chauvinistic.
Change it from women to bakers.
Maybe they thought it was a prize inside of it at first. They were excited.
Oh, like a Jack in a Box.
Or something.
Look at this! It's a toy. Look, I put it on my nose. Ew.
There's a Mexican tradition that.
What if they cut the cake where they just totally missed it and didn't even notice it?
And then
man,
ate like
that's awesome. That'd be funny. There's a Mexican tradition where there's a little baby inside. It's basically for the New Year. So you do it with your family friends, and then whoever gets the piece with the baby sticking out of it has to host the next party. So there's a reason for people just to get together and drink and get tore up again.
Right.
So you're putting a baby in a piñata.
Wait. It's not a piñata. It's a round cake. It's like, just imagine like a breakfast cake, like a coffee cake.
Yeah.
And there's a plastic baby that's inside of it. This is actually the setup for an international joke like that. So you figure, well, there's the cause and there's the effect.
The baby was baked in the oven.
And here we go. Here we go. He's like, we learned it from some crazy Mexicans, man.
That's funny because, there's only so many quinces in a year. You need other reasons to celebrate.
Of course you do, man.
Was the cake baked for 9 months?
It'd be charred.
Slow roasted.
It'd be charred. It'd be like a charcoal briquette.
Turns into a little baby.
I hope it's not a rum cake because I don't want the kid to have to be special and all. So.
Oh, he's missing a chromosome.
Not there's anything wrong with it, just,
No, just because it's
don't use rum in that cake with that baby.
Drunk baby cakes. I mean, who knows what's going on around here. It's LOERadio Radio Show, WNUR-FM. If you were interested in calling in, you could do so. 847-866-WNUR. Woman found or used rubber, of course. Here's something. What's the worst your mom's ever failed at packing your lunch for school?
Just not packing it.
Yes.
My mom never packed me a lunch.
I never.
Like, here's $2.50. Go to the store.
Right.
Yeah. We even used to leave school to go to the candy store. Remember during recess? We go buy like the little quarter bags of Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
There you go, man. 50 cents and a Nutty Bar.
And a Pepsi Clear. We were drinking at the time.
Pepsi Clear.
Remember that, dude?
Pepsi Clear. 2-cent Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, you get the whole paper bag full of Sour Patch Kids.
Nice.
Oh, back in the days. But another story from the Mirror. A mom fails at packing her daughter's lunch in a very spectacular way. Usually one of the easiest things to do before you leave the house is to throw a sandwich in a bag with a bag of chips and a can of Coke. Bam, there's your lunch, right?
Right.
Well, all parents try to do their best for their children, and after Jamie Oliver's reaction that kids shouldn't really be eating turkey Twizzlers. Who knew they existed? Turkey Twizzlers, Jay.
Turkey Twizzlers?
There's been a lot of focus on what we should be putting in their lunch boxes, but one mother made a massive error when she tried to pack a lunch for her 17-year-old daughter. Thinking she had put an energy drink in there, she sent her daughter on her way. Later, she received a text message from school from the high school student asking what the drink was. A screen grab of the message exchange shows she replied with, "I don't know." It says, energy drink, ? And there's a picture of
a can of Four Loko.
Four Loko, yes.
Very colorful.
Oh,
can.
man. 3 of those and you're rip-roaring.
So Dick knows exactly what Four Loko is. Don't spoil it. So my mom packed me a Four Loko for lunch. She tweeted. She added, "I think, or tea or energy," the mom responded. It was in the refrigerator downstairs. What she had actually packed was Four Loko, an alcoholic drink.
Hey.
So the minor brought booze into a high school.
This is a 17-year-old. When you say a mom packs a kid lunch, I'm thinking
she's now the coolest mom in the whole school.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I'm thinking this 17-year-old chick took that Four Loko and was thinking of getting drunk.
Shared
in
it with
school.
her girls in the girls' bathroom. Hey.
Yeah, all her friends were like, "Oh my God, you got booze!
Come on now.
Meet us behind the school after
I was
lunch."
a freshman getting drunk in the locker during lunch.
Given that her daughter Mackenzie, white girl obviously, isn't legally allowed to drink alcohol for another 4 years, that's a pretty big mistake. Pretty big. Savage mistake. Mackenzie then tweeted a photo of the can in her bag along with a screen grab of the message from her mom. She told BuzzFeed, "I texted Mumsy about it and she couldn't believe the mistake she made. She was half asleep when she packed my lunch and thought it was a peace tea." That's a
She
brand.
was half drunk when she packed her lunch.
Her mom was probably hungover on Vicodins and wine from the night before. It had belonged to her brother and was stored in a fridge the family rarely uses. Apparently, her mom was pretty embarrassed about the mistake and said she'll be drinking coffee before she does the packing of lunches from now on. Mackenzie also says she made sure to get rid of the can before she arrived at school.
This girl's 17-year-old. She should be packing her own damn lunch.
Yeah,
And Mumsy's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was my lunch."
Yeah, I gave you mine, baby. I'm sorry. So, yeah, moms out there, if it don't say High C or Coca-Cola on it, you probably should put a bottle of water in the bag. It's a good idea.
There's going to be like a hemp-made tea or juice now. It's going to be called High C.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'm looking for it already.
All right.
Sign me up for your supply. Here's a changing of story. A change of pace, actually. Polar bears in Canada are now pooping glitter. Yeah.
Is this a Katy Perry video?
I would hope so.
Baby, you're a firework.
The polar bears in Winnipeg's Assiniboine. Oh, man. Why they got to be French? Assiniboine Park Zoo are so glam rock. They've literally started pooping glitter. CNET reports that for the last 2 years, zookeepers at the park have been feeding their bears different colors of glitter in order to differentiate between the bear's feces.
Party like a rock star.
Your poop's blinging like a rock star. Zookeepers say the sparkly droppings allow them to track the health and happiness of each polar bear.
So I sprinkle my food with diamonds because it's the most baller stuff you could ever do, baby.
I sprinkle diamonds on my food. CBC explains that zookeepers use the same regular non-toxic glitter you can find at any art supply store. Yeah, but it's really small stuff, man, and that could seep into any crevice in your intestine.
Like paper. You could probably cut them up.
It's more like aluminum foil, actually. It's
feeding
like
this to
foil.
Bears. Bears are endangered, and we're feeding this
yeah.
for our own amusement.
Why don't you just feed them rat poison while you're at it?
Yeah, right. Or feed them Chicago dog poop.
Oh,
left them alone.
Oh, zing! Nice callback, by the way. They did some research to identify the safest possible glitter. Oh, yeah, because we need to spend tax dollars on bear poop glitter. What the hell is wrong with this country? possible glitter for bear consumption, and chose a color ranging from a dark purple to a shiny gold. I want the gold poop, obviously. Currently, 8 of the 9 polar...
mine to be silver.
Hey, I thought Prince was the only one that pooped purple.
Purple stain. Purple stain. 8 of the 9 polar bears at the zoo regularly consume glitter with meals of ground-up horse meat. Samples are collected from
ground-up polar bear meat.
from the time bears are first brought into the zoo until they reach sexual maturity, which is how long? Couldn't you just say a time range? Months? Years? Zookeepers say you can learn a surprising amount about a bear's well-being from a little bit of sparkly poop.
Well, you can't.
I couldn't learn jack. In addition to using the fecal matter to identify current health issues, researchers are performing a longitudinal, can't believe I said that right,
Attaboy.
study on the bear's ability to acclimate to zoo life. They track stress hormones in fecal samples, observe bear behavior, and then attempt to draw conclusions about both animals and their own caretaking strategies. We want to know we are doing it right, and if there are ways we can improve. Stephen Peterson of the International Polar Bear Conservative Center told CBC News to really have a science-based way of saying, well, this really worked for the bears, or this really didn't. Glitter, is there anything it can't do?
So it's stress level, so it's mood poop.
Mood poop. There you go.
Mood poop.
It's a nice blue if you're calm. It's a fiery red if you're upset.
That's right.
That's usually how my poop is anyway.
and they feed it only the best horse meat.
Oh yeah, only the best.
Basically,
Thoroughbred horse meat.
The last horse to cross the Kentucky Derby line.
Yeah, right. You don't get shot. He gets ground up in a
fed, right?
Polar bear
Who
food.
was that Triple Crown winner from last year?
Yeah, the one that almost won. Yeah.
No, he won that Triple Crown.
Did he? He won all 3?
Was it,
Yep.
I don't know. American, blah, 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 blah. American something. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
A couple
I really
of,
don't pay attention to horse racing.
Couple of quick stories before we go to break, and then we'll get into news after the break, or sports after the break. Probably not going to have much time for web junk, but that's all good. We got more material here. A 72-year-old woman drops a baby out of her dusty front side. Oh my God.
Really?
Look at the picture of this woman. She looks older than anybody in my family, dude.
Good Lord.
After 47 years of marriage, according to Pop Sugar. Never heard of this website.
Kids all rug burned from coming out.
Dry
and dusty.
Oh, man. That's brutal. It's sparking on the way out. After 47 years of marriage, one couple has a major reason to celebrate. They just welcomed their first baby together. Oh, God. Jay, you want a shot at this one?
No, not really.
Dang, the husband was 80 years old almost.
Daljinder Kaur, who doesn't have a birth certificate. I wonder why. They're like, there's too many consonants in this guy's name. But is believed to be about 70 to 72 years old, gave birth to her son.
Oh, that was a woman. That wasn't even the guy's name.
After undergoing fertility treatments for over 2 years. The woman from India, along with her 79-year-old husband.
Oh, yeah.
Man, what is he dust? He's got dust in his sack.
He does.
79-year-old husband Mohinder Singh Gill.
Kendall Gill's father.
It must be. We're thrilled for the boy's birth after 2 failed in vitro. I don't know what this means.
They were still trying, huh?
In vitro fertilization cycles.
So, test tube baby?
Probably.
Maybe,
Yeah.
The little Armin Singh was brought into the world 20 years after his mother went through menopause. Jesus. Thanks to donor eggs from a fertility
yeah.
on Northwestern campus.
That's a hell of a way to get pledged in, huh?
Yeah, right.
You got to impregnate an old 78-year-old woman, man. I got to do it. Hey, you want to be in the Brotherhood? You got to do it.
You want to be in the Alpha Zeta Gamma?
At least give it your best shot.
You want to be in the Lambda?
Get in there, yeah, Lambda, yeah, Triple Lamb. Oh, man.
Want to be part of I'm a Eat a Pie?
No.
I'm a Eat a Pie.
I'm a Eat a Pie.
Yeah, I want to be part of that frat. And Test Tube Baby Center told the Hindustan Times. That sounds weird. I don't know. that Dalyinder, I don't know if there's a J has got the kind of divide. Yeah.
Thank you. Dalyinder appeared.
Appeared to be visibly frail when she first came in for treatment.
Frail? She looks like she's 40 pounds.
How could she support a baby in that frame?
How did she make it through the labor, man?
Oh,
That's what it gave out.
How did she survive? Yeah, exactly. Dude, that's a lot of stress.
Hooked up more than a Honda.
But after a battery of tests, including clearance from a cardiologist, so the ticker's good, she was deemed to be fit to conceive. I never wanted to adopt a child, as I was unsure if I would be able to love it like my own. Hence, I was keen to give birth to my own baby. She said.
Like this lady. She says it how it is.
She's like Donald Trump. This is the second case of a woman in her 70s delivering a baby at this fertility clinic. Wow. Dalyinder is reportedly breastfeeding.
It's powdered.
Powdered milk.
Add some water to it.
You got to shake it. Breastfeeding her healthy newborn and plans to continue as long as possible or until the wells dry up.
It's like, why is that baby sucking on raisins?
Ooh.
Or prunes. Prunes.
I feel blessed to be able to hold my own baby. I had lost hope of becoming a mother ever, Dalyinder told AFP. I used to feel empty. There was so much loneliness. Aww. While her husband blames a long family feud as the reason the couple didn't pursue fertility treatments earlier in life, others question their timing. Due to a family feud, we never focused on our dream to become parents, Singh told Barcroft TV. In September 2014, my wife gave me an ultimatum and said she would go to the National Fertility and Test Tube Baby Center in Hisar, Haryana, independently if I did not accompany her. It goes on for a little longer. However, it has also been reported that the family strife was the exact reason the husband and wife decided to focus on becoming parents at this stage in their lives. In a story written by the Daily Mail, Mohinder admitted that he and his wife decided on IVF as a way to end a 40-year legal battle over his father's inheritance. My father was trying to deprive me of a share in his property. No, he told you weren't entitled to jack, and you probably shouldn't get any, but anyway. I didn't have a child, as said Mohinder, according to the Daily Mail. When this fight started, I was in my 40s, so my wife and I tried to have a baby, but there was some medical complications. Despite the reason behind the little boy's conception, Armin is a miracle baby born to two lucky and elderly parents.
Babies get big fast.
So
man.
how's
that? Is that like a 50-pound baby I'm supposed to believe that they'll be able to carry?
Wow, dude. By the time this kid's old enough to throw a ball, they'll both be dead.
Yeah.
I mean, it's sad to say, but like, if you shouldn't wait that long.
Cricket. They play cricket over there.
What does that mean?
It's not a ball. They don't play baseball. They play cricket.
Oh.
It's in India.
Of course. They're going to teach the kid to play cricket one day.
Before he's 6.
Let's hope he learns cricket before they croak.
I don't. Where's the?
Oh man.
But ding ding ding.
That's nice.
So one more quick story before we go to break, and then we got some sports on the other side of that break. This is the LOERadio Show on WNUR-FM. Payless pulls light up shoes after a family says the toddler's shoes had caught fire. And here's a picture and a story.
Yo.
Let's get to cracking on that story.
That kid has a sick crossover, son.
Payless Shoe
Light them
Source
shoes
is
on fire.
pulling shoes off of
Fart
its
you out your
shelves.
shoes.
The store recently announcing it will no longer offer its
They're
boys'
Steph Curry's.
Jake-lighted runner shoes after police in Texas suspected the shoes were to blame for a fire that started in the back seat of an SUV. KPRC in
Kid had
Houston
matches.
reported that a 2-year-old in Katy, Texas, left his Jake and the Neverland Pirates light-up sneakers in the back of his family SUV overnight.
Was
the
the
next
kid part of
morning,
the
the back
Taliban?
seat was charred and one of the shoes melted.
Allah,
No
I
official
did
cause
this for
of the
Allah.
fire has been determined, but the family is blaming the shoe's lithium battery, which powers the lights in the shoes. In
Yeah,
a statement,
lithium-ion
Payless said
batteries are
out
explosive.
of an abundance of caution, it has removed the Jake line, which are powered by lithium batteries, from all of its stores pending an investigation. The sandal version of the shoe remains for purchase on the site, as well as other light-up children's sneakers. For Viewer, I'm Carly Figueroa.
Somebody told me a joke about, like, your girlfriend's so young that her sneakers still light up.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Is this what the camera...
Oh, yeah.
So Payless, you got to do something about putting lithium batteries in your shoes. They don't let you transport, like, if you were ordering a case of lithium batteries, you couldn't put them on a plane. They have to go by boat because it could knock a plane out of the sky. Like 50 of those batteries, like 50 cell phone batteries can take a plane down.
Damn.
Like if everybody's phone just sparked at once, there'd be a serious fire on the plane. You'd be in trouble. Those batteries are dangerous, folks. If you feel it getting hot in your pocket, just get rid of it. Throw it on the grass or something.
So your phone literally blows up, huh?
Yeah, dude. Like Google it. You go to YouTube and look up
pictures.
So these things will kill us then,
lithium batteries.
Right? Yeah, these things will kill us.
Yeah,
and we all knew that.
I read a couple stories where some girls, they're like listening to their phone all night and they got it on their charger and everything like that.
Yeah, I've felt that.
They burnt up the whole entire
My
side of their face.
charger's heated up when I'm charging it in bed. I unplug it now, man. It's got a little light. I'm like, hell no, man. I don't turn on no fire.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't be playing with your phones when it's on the charger. You just
let it charge. Yeah, that's true.
You can go without your phone for an hour.
Yeah, very, very true.
For lighting up.
The more you know.
You're checking out the LOERadio Show here on WNUR-FM, Evanston and Chicago. This is the freeform programming, which means crazy community DJs like myself get to run the studio for a couple hours a night. And we put on the worst radio show in FM broadcasting here in Chicago.
Yeah, but we have fun with it, so...
Yeah, and if you
take that.
If you don't like
it, you can't say nothing about it.
Yeah, you can just turn the station on the B90 crap or whatever else you listen to. We're gonna skip our next music break, even though, man, I tried to make a short show today, and for some reason it's still like too long.
Time goes by when you're having fun.
I guess so. So we're going to get into sports, Jay.
Yes, sir. Well, we talked about the Cubs intentionally or unintentionally hitting the by Arrieta.
Yeah.
Going all thug life on them. And then, but the Cubs are red hot as they are. Best team in baseball.
Fire, dude. Fire.
Just listening to them 8, 9, 10 runs a game.
Yeah, dude.
Everybody was playing.
Everybody's hitting, man.
Yeah.
Everybody, even if they're down, everybody's hitting.
If Schwarber were still there, man, it'd be lights out.
So the question is, look here. The Chicago White Sox, after coming off a dominating pitching performance against those damn New York Yankees.
Stinking up the league right now.
Right. Which saw Chris Sale become the first major league pitcher to 8 wins. Chris Sale struck out 6 and walked none.
Does he have no decisions on the season or losses or no losses?
Oh, no, he's perfect.
He is.
Every game he starts,
he's
he
getting
wins.
a win.
He goes out there, he wins it.
Stud.
I mean, even if they're scoring 1, 2 runs a game, he's like, don't worry about it. I got this.
And retrieving consecutive 15 consecutive batters from the 4th to the 8th inning. He did not throw more than 15 pitches in an inning and tossed a season low 99 pitches in all.
15 pitches in an inning.
He's dominating. It's coming up to an all-star game where we're going to see Sale and Arrieta go at it for the first couple of innings.
That'd be nice.
Enjoy this, Chicago. When are we going to see this again?
And never.
We talked about the playoffs, guys. Back-to-back NBA MVP is going to be leading the champs against the Golden State Warriors versus the Spurs beating Oklahoma City Thunder coming out of nowhere in the best of 7 Western Conference Finals.
First unanimous decision MVP.
That's right.
Yeah, because there wasn't nobody else, dude. But it's not hard to not vote for the guy.
But first, another NBA news, the Mother Canucker Toronto Raptors.
Mother Canucker.
Face off versus the Miami Heat in a decisive Game 7 for the right to lose to the Cleveland Cavaliers for the Eastern Conference Championship. It can go either way with that, man. It's Cleveland's East. It's Cleveland East to take, and go OKC, man. Dethrone those guys.
Man, I'm hoping because OKC is still pretty young.
I want to see OKC beat Golden State.
And then Kevin Durant leaves, and then he wins them a title, and then he goes to another
That'd
team
be
next
awesome.
year.
I want to say
goes
the
out with a
Bulls still
championship.
got 72 and won the world champions.
That's right. So the Golden State would be 71 and was it 9? And no,
73.
I'm sorry, 73 and 9,
73
and not have the ring. So that's what it means. The Bears have signed 7 of their 9 2016 draft picks, guys. The team announced on Monday, with rookie minicamp scheduled to begin Friday. The Bears finalized deals with second-round picks. Offensive lineman Cody, is it Withane? I think that's about right.
I'm not sure. I didn't even pay attention to any of the draft.
4th-round safety Deion Bush. 4th-round cornerback DeAndre Hall. 5th-round running back is Jordan Howard.
So the Bears in the first round took a defense guy.
They have not signed. The most important part and there's a couple other names on here, but the top choice linebacker Leonard Floyd and 3rd round DL Jonathan Bullard remain unsigned.
Why?
Don't know. the Bears also signed 2 additional undrafted free agents.
I wasn't happy with the Leonard Floyd
wide
pick.
receiver Darren Peterson and Oklahoma State's cornerback Kevin Peterson. Chicago's roster is right now at 90 players.
But who could the Bears have chosen besides Floyd?
I thought they were going to go for a quarterback.
A lot of names.
No,
I thought they'd go for a backup quarterback.
Jay Cutler, somewhere in the draft they could have.
Yeah.
I mean, Connor Cook didn't go to the 4th round. From what I've seen of him in Michigan State, he does look a
Sam
like
Bradford's
a guy.
unhappy, right? He's unhappy in Philly. He wants
Sam
out.
Bradford's unhappy.
He's a bum.
Yeah, I mean, what else is out there, though, right?
But I like what
St. Louis. Go back there.
There is no St. Louis no more. LA Rams, baby.
Yeah.
I don't like Cutler, but he's still our best arm.
Yeah.
He can launch the ball
He had a good year last year.
I think
he didn't have nothing
he might
to work
have 2
with
more
either.
good years, too,
Yeah,
I think.
so we'll see. And in boxing news, which could quite possibly be the biggest matchup since 1987's middleweight classic, Leonard versus Hagler. Undefeated middleweight knockout machine GGG could face Canelo Alvarez after Canelo destroyed former welterweight champ Amir Khan with a vicious 6-round right hand in a packed T-Mobile, the brand new T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas last Saturday night.
I can't
You
wait
guys
for
see the
this
footage?
fight.
Have you guys seen the knockout?
No.
Go to Canelo KO Khan, Khan. It's basically Khan's a better boxer. Came out boxing and moving a little bit, landing
Round
a couple
6
punches.
knockout.
Yes.
Canelo's got
And
a
then
big fist.
He's very strong, young man. 25, man. He just comes out. Look at this, man. He's working the body, makes him lower his guard. Boom!
Oh, the whole head
That
shakes.
shook. Look at him down like a bad habit. He drops
On a
him.
brick.
What do you think that guy is?
What's that?
Oh, Tim.
Nationality?
Yeah.
Which one? The red
The
guy?
white guy, yeah. White guy with the
guy,
red hair.
that punched.
Lithuanian.
No, he's a little Mexican.
He's Mexican.
No way.
He's not little, but he's a Mexican.
He's
a heavy European influence in those genes.
He's a brick crap house.
Right, but he's strong. He comes from a fighting family.
Well, look at his
He's
right on the button, dude.
Boom.
Bing!
He does. I mean,
And that's it.
I mean, if he
And he
catches
goes
you with
bye-bye.
that hook, you're done.
So this is it. Triple G, man. I mean, if you get a chance to see his highlights, he's a big puncher. This is going to be a great fight. This is going to be what that crap Pacquiao versus Mayweather should have been.
Yes.
And a slugfest because, Mayweather don't fight.
When's the fight again?
Guys,
there's
will
no
be coming
set,
up.
There's no set date on it, but
this
they're
summer.
trying to do it
Yeah.
this.
They want to do it this year, like at the end of the year.
Actually, they're
end of
looking
November.
They're looking at the next big pay-per-view date, which is Mexican Independence Day weekend. It usually falls on the 16th or 17th of September.
Do you believe?
Oh wow, that would be huge.
That'd be monster.
Do
man.
you believe?
They want real quick. They want to have it at the Dallas Stadium and try to get 100,000 people in there.
Oh, they would
way,
easily fill it.
dude.
If they
could
do
fill
it in Dallas, they would
This
fill
is
it.
a
No
huge fight,
problem.
man.
There
There's
better
big money.
There better
Big
be.
dollar.
There better be a soccer game beforehand.
No, this fight would definitely be worth it.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely would.
that leads me to my question,
Yes.
Jay. Is
What's
what
up?
do you think that boxing is more popular with Mexican Americans than it is with
No doubt.
regular
I mean,
Americans?
you also look at who's been fighting all generations. You go back to the 60s, 70s, 80s, even before. I mean, that's when it started getting its popularity. Then you have, everybody. They make weekend parties out of it, man.
Yeah, for
the
sure.
Cinco de Mayo weekend's a huge fight weekend. And it was the Derby, it was NHL and NBA playoffs, and then it was the big fight. That was
the
last
Canelo
Saturday night.
versus Khan.
Yeah.
Then people make a day out of it. It's like a holiday, man.
I'll tell you what, my Facebook feed was lit up from that fight.
Yeah.
more than anything else going on.
Just because
that
of the
day.
hit, just because of the great,
It was a good fight.
soundbite and
Yeah.
great,
It's some good
obviously.
time for boxing. They
Yeah.
really need it. I mean,
Absolutely.
It
it's
is.
been dead
They're-
in the water for quite a while.
Yeah,
But-
this fight will help
Yep.
resuscitate it. And if they make it a trilogy, both guys are young, man. GGG's 35,
He's-
Canelo,
yep.
no, 33. 35. He's 35.
Okay.
And Canelo's 25, man. So they're both young guys, and they can put on these guys can put on a trilogy of fights.
Oh yeah. I don't know how much you know about.
There was a fight tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a fight tonight. UFC.
I don't know how much you know about the UFC, Jay.
I know a little bit of it, and we talked about it.
You know the bloodline of the Gracies. Then there's like 15 Gracies, and they're all the baddest. Brazilian jiu-jitsu artists out there.
What about the Nick Diaz knocking out? Was it McGregor?
Yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah, no, but he comes from a fighting family as well.
Yeah,
yeah.
But there's a new Gracie on the block, man, and this guy is dangerous.
Is he a baby brother? Is that who's next?
Yeah,
or cousin or?
It's his name is spelled Roger Gracie, but it's like Royer. I think they call him.
Yeah, it's Brazilian, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Roger.
I saw a clip earlier. I think
this guy looks crazy.
I think it might be this fight.
So he's not top tier yet, right? But he's up and coming.
No, he's just starting. Like,
all right, okay.
He's just
this is a couple fights in. All right, and that's him in all black. Yes.
Yeah, but
all right.
The Gracies are they're not strikers. They're not.
They're a fighting family, right?
Wrestlers.
They're grapplers and submission artists, and all they're trying to do the entire fight is wrap you up and get you on the ground. And these guys like Chuck Liddell, you know, the guys that want to swing hard,
yeah, of course,
stand no chance. And yeah, this is the fight I saw earlier. Watch how fast this ends already.
So as soon as he gets him on the ground,
right now he's in a world of trouble. This guy
lock him up, trying to get him in. Trying to get him in a hold.
The hips are most important here, and watch the feet. They always stay.
He locks up. All right.
The feet always stay like in a praying position, like with your hands underneath. So this guy,
major wrestling, yeah.
All this turning that he's doing, the feet are still under him. So now all he's looking to do is get an arm or a neck, and he's gonna knock this boy out. And watch what happens when he gets him where he wants him.
Well, he's trying to get him in a hold. So.
Right. The guy, he's trying to make the dude move into a position he's not wanting to go, and this is it right here. He's got his hand under his neck. Now watch how fast this lights out from here. 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, they're
4.
He's
out.
Man, yeah. He
the ref. Out, man. He couldn't even tap this guy.
Just 3-4 seconds, and it took the ref another 3-4 seconds.
Look at how ripped this guy is, man. It's nuts.
Well, this is religion to him, man. Right?
I know.
They eat, sleep, everything.
It's nuts how easy they make it look.
Yeah. Each kid who comes up is the next best thing, and he's just better than the last one.
But this family is specifically.
They're absolutely. Yes. Yeah. They have like the hierarchy. They're the Kennedys of UFC.
Yeah, I can't wait to see him. You know,
in other news, Stipe Miocic knocked out Fabricio Werdrum out cold midway through the first round to become the new UFC heavyweight champion on Saturday night in Brazil.
Excellent. All right, so we're going to close the show. I'm going to play this clip for you, Jay. It's the guy's rant about Steph Curry possibly being Illuminati.
Yeah.
And then in just a few minutes, Wearing Time or Ryan and Evan will be in here, so you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that. But listen to this. It's a good rant.
Breaking news. Steph Curry to be named MVP. Breaking news to who? That is not breaking news.
The whole world
knows
knows
that shit back in November. Am I the only one that's not afraid to address the elephant in the room? We talk about Jay-Z, Kanye, Beyonce. When we gonna address the fact that Steph Curry is in the Illuminati? He had to sell his soul to the devil. He Illuminati or he not from here. He too light-skinned to be that good. All the best players is dark-skinned. His teammates even know he in the Illuminati. They throwing their finger up running down the court before he even shot the shot. They know he's Then he got fake players out there on the court with him. Draymond Green? Come on, bro. I know Welvin when I see him. Ain't no way he should be out there on that court doing moves like Neo in the Matrix and shit, weaving through everybody like he
just like winged it.
They need to put Steph Curry in that new Space Jam. Play one of the
they should actually.
Everybody.
You hear him? He said he needs to play one of them aliens.
Neo in the Matrix and shit, weaving through everybody like he done been here before.
Damn.
They need to put Steph Curry in that new Space Jam. He need to play one of the aliens that's done stole everybody fucking power. Look at it like, oh, he's just this cute 12-year-old kid living out his dream in the NBA. No, in real life, he like 83 years old. Now they don't let you get old. He play like he got cheat code. This dude shooting from the parking lot, and then his teammates see the shots, and they don't even get mad. And the shots that he do miss, I think he missed him on purpose just to throw us off. He walking out of the locker room shooting from the eye.
Look at this, dude. That's like 200 feet.
Playing 2K against somebody, and they had somebody on the game shooting like that. I break the fucking controller. Fuck who bought the controller? I'm breaking that bitch. I know Illuminati when I see it.
That's funny. That's
good.
That is good.
Yeah. That's good.
It's not like he really believes it, but it's
It's a good rant. It's a
Yep.
good rant. It's a good rant. Like, he's lights out, man. He's come on, man.
He too light
put in.
skinned to be that
Too
good.
light skinned. He put in his work, man.
So that's it.
Can shoot it from anywhere.
I've had an outstanding time here with you fellas tonight, and I'd like to thank you for joining me in the studio.
Thank you. Good
You're
time.
welcome.
For Dick Dickerson, Jay Sal, the mixologist, I am Tim Radicek, and this has been the LOERadio Show. You can always hear more by using the hashtag LOERadio on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can also get at us by email using LOERadioshow@gmail.com. But until next week, this is us saying so long, and we're going to play you out with some AC/DC. Because, you know, AC/DC is one of the best rock bands to ever grace the stage. Stay tuned, because just in a few minutes, hopefully we're in time with Ryan and Evan. It's like we're in campus at Ryan and Evan right now. But they should be here shortly. If not, I'm going to have to throw it to Zeta, and I know you don't want that. So check this out. Stay tuned. It's WNUR-FM, Evanston and Chicago. You're listening to the Freeform programming.